They feud. You decide. It's time for Film Feud.
Hey guys, welcome to Film Feud, the podcast where we debate whether top-rated movies should be top-rated.
नमस्कार भाइयों व सज्जनों.
Namaskar, Vikram.
नमस्कार विदुर, प्रिय विदुर.
Why, thank you, Vikram. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Let's do this.
Number 91, Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey. Why? Why not? Did you hate the movie?
Did I say no?
Yeah.
I meant, oh.
So you're going to be the subject of the coin toss, and if the coin comes heads, then you argue for the movie, and if it comes tails, then you argue against the movie. And it's heads.
Yes.
Yes. I am also saying yes.
I see the tear rolling down your cheek right now. That's
It's
what
happiness. It's a tear of happiness.
I see. Man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. You have no idea.
Me too, bro. I'm so excited.
Let's do it. Let's go watch the movie.
Let's go watch the movie.
Oh man, what a fucking great movie, dude.
Bah. Bah.
Bah.
This movie was awful.
That was awful. This movie was so good, dude.
Name one thing you liked about this movie.
One thing.
One thing.
The effects, the special effects.
They were okay for the time. I mean, they were...
See how that made me laugh? Did you see how that made me laugh? Did you see how that made you laugh?
I'm conceding that the special effects are great for the time. I have a suggestion for this movie. Why don't we go act by act? Because, yeah, I know the acts are connected and they're telling this whole larger story of life. They are three fucking separate acts, and no amount of genius match cutting between a bone weapon and a space station is going to make me feel otherwise.
Sure,
Alright?
just before we began, 4 acts, not 3.
Alright, Donna Man. Kubrick doesn't believe in evolution.
What? Please elaborate that.
Well, he thinks like a monolith and some aliens and intelligent design did it. He thinks like we couldn't have figured out weapons and just evolved, and our brains just without...
Wait a second. Do you think this is
This movie-
Kubrick's version of what transpired in Earth's history?
I'm just saying this movie is
It's a movie. It's a fictional movie.
It's anthropological blasphemy is what it is.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the anthropologist in you is feeling bad right now, huh?
Yeah.
Moving on from that point.
If I was an anthropologist, I would not call this sequence Donna Man for
you
sure.
should be anthropologizing to me right now. Let's just move on to the second act now.
This is by far the most boring act of the movie. They spend so much time just showing the miniature models they've made. It's like, oh, special effect, look at it, and then listen to this classical music. And even the music they play against it, it just annoys me so much, bro, because it's not even interesting music. It's like, all right, I'm watching a pen, I'm watching this person walk, and that's interesting, and then she does reverse.
Right. You'd rather Savage Garden be playing there, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's better than the public domain, like, Baba Black Sheep songs that he's playing. Even I'm gonna make a movie.
So movies and music, I know, are something that you're not really appreciative of. Stick to your audiobooks, bro. Like, I think that works best for you.
Da-da-na-na, Baba Black Sheep. Da-da-na-na-na.
God. The music composer who made the score for the movie didn't know that the score had been taken out until he saw the movie at the premiere.
Nothing they showed in this act came true. Where are my lagless video conference calls?
It's not supposed to come true. He's not predicting the future. Every movie is not predicting the future. If that's the case, we're fucked. Do you understand that, right? We're fucked.
That's
in
true.
the next 5 or 10 years, we're fucked. Oh, you know what's predicting the future slightly in this act? I don't know why I'm like digressing to your point, which is senseless.
Yes.
But how the shuttle from Earth to the ISS equivalent is a Pan American flight, and how Virgin's doing space flights now? Never mind. Let's go back to it. Dude, this movie could have been 2021 A Space Odyssey and it would have been the same. It's not about, oh, bro, 2001 mein na fat jayegi sabki, dekh lo, ye hone wala hai. None of that shit. That's not the point of this movie. 2001 is just a number.
All right, let's get to Act 3.
Yeah, let's do it.
Firstly, the opening. A pure 90 seconds of spermcraft establishing shot.
Spermcraft.
Discovery 1, or as I like to call it, spermcraft.
Right. I mean, I understand the lack of points that you can have, so sure.
Fuck you. I think, oh look, spacecraft is too weak. Spermcraft.
Whatever.
I think this is probably the best act of the movie.
So I sort of understand why you like this act the most. Because there's the most dialogue in it.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I like the first act better than the second act.
Yeah, because the apes were going ooh, 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 ah, ah. And in the second act, they weren't talking as much.
Stop making me out to be like some fucking
I'm calling it as
dilettante Philistine movie watcher while you stand on your high horse of some Kubrick spermcraft spaceship.
That's how you taper off some Kubrick spermcraft spaceship. Anyway, getting back to it, I think that's why you sort of like it. And I like it too because I think Hal has the most character in this movie, right? Hal is the most important character in this movie.
Yeah, I get it. Dave is made to be really stoic and robotic, whereas Hal is the one with humanity and, he feels things like stress and anxiety and stuff, as opposed to the astronauts, which apparently is how astronauts were back in the day.
They're not now. Now they're all like, woo! SpaceX! Like they have like these get-togethers at the ISS. Hey, Russia, bro, did you get your vodka? Vodka!
So the Russians sound exactly the same
as the Americans. As soon as they get into space, they all sound the same.
Oh, that's cool.
They're all like, woo! Space!
Oh, it's just a madhouse. It's like Astronauts Gone Wild, the DVD.
Yeah. They like pump the music, like full on like Venga Boys is playing.
Saturn, la 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 la. No.
What song was that though?
Brazil,
yeah.
Discovery 1 is coming and everybody's jumping.
I'm glad you didn't bake in sperm cast, space cast, whatever you were calling it before this into the song.
So basically 4 million years ago, the aliens came and left 3 monoliths. One with the apes, one on the moon, and one floating around Jupiter. And the idea was the first would teach you how to use weapons. The second would send a tuning fork signal. And the third would just be like mind blast you. It's like somebody leaving you a trail of drugs. And the first one is like a little weed brownie.
Right.
And the second one is like just a smidgen of cocaine.
Right.
And the third one is like a pound of acid.
The point of it is to show all of the things that we perceive, time, space, to be not the way they are.
Are you saying Arrival did it better and cleaner? And
I think Arrival was actually a pretty bad movie. Arrival was based on this short story called The Story of Our Life, which was phenomenal. And they sort of, by the end of it, butchered the movie.
You're
butchered the story in the movie. I'm not a hipster. Go
God.
read that short story. It will blow your tits off. I guarantee you. It's by this dude.
2001 is amazing. And Arrival is just not as good as a short story it's based on that nobody's read.
It's by Ted Chiang, for our listeners, not for you. It's by Ted Chiang. It's called The Story of Our Life. Go read it.
And make sure when you're reading it, you're like sipping on some like real espresso.
Wait, I become a Basek patch when I'm talking about Ted Chiang, like a Basek patch. Jackass.
You have your accents, I have mine. Do you Russian?
Ooh, space.
So my thoughts on the movie. Not accurate.
Not accurate.
Better suited for the Discovery Channel.
The Discovery Channel, right.
And public domain music. That could have been better if a real composer took a shot at it. Imagine this movie with Hans Zimmer music. It would have been
great, dude. Yeah.
It would have been like watchable. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. And fails as a narrative. Fails as a story.
So your first 3 points were not accurate, public domain music, and Discovery Channel. And then your 4th point was fails as a narrative. That's awesome, dude.
Okay, so I think I know how we can sign off from this discussion, this worthwhile discussion.
Right.
I'll be Dave and you be Hal.
Ooh.
Hal, close the podcast.
I don't think I can do that, Dave.
That's pretty good. So, that was this week's Film Feud.
Please make sure to reach out to us on Twitter at FilmFeudPod and let us know what you think. Who won this week's feud?
And we'll catch you on the next feud.
Peace.